The Reconciliation Monument. It has been returned to Arlington National Cemetery following its removal in 2023. This is a Confederate monument. Many suggest it was designed and put in place to symbolize the reconciliation after the Civil War. It was taken away, as I mentioned, several years ago. Why was it important for you to bring that back to Arlington National Cemetery?
Because we recognize our history. We don't erase it, Will. We don't follow the woke lemmings off the cliff that want to tear down statues. We look at and learn from our history, all aspects of it. And so Arlington deserves to have, and we're grateful to the state of Virginia for partnering with us. It wasn't easy. We fought to make it happen. And the Reconciliation Monument will return to Arlington where it belongs to recognize the service of Americans of all chapters. So we're not tearing stuff down. We're done with that. We're putting statues back. We're putting paintings back. We're recognizing our history. We're restoring the names of bases as we've done across the country because we're proud of our history. As difficult as it may have been in some chapters, we're going to teach it, we're going to live it, and we're going to fight for it.
Did I just hear you say, by the way, is that something we should expect? Secretary of Defense, Secretary of War, Department of Defense, Department of War?
Well, that's what it was for many, many years. You gave me that knife hand, Will. We'll see. Stand by. I don't get in front of the commander-in-chief on that. But our job is to ensure our enemies know exactly what they will do to them if they threaten us, up to and including total war. So we'll be prepared. Stand by. There might be some news on that.
Okay. All right.
You just watched MAGA Ken Doll Pete Hegseth on Fox News defending the restoration of a Confederate monument at Arlington National Cemetery. In there, he threatens complete and total war, up to including civil war, against enemies that are against the against the Confederacy. That whole segment was so freaking weird because this man is up there saying, we need to honor our history. We learn every aspect of our history, unless it has to do with black people, right, Pete? Because anytime any type of history that centers black people, slavery, the things that people go through, the ingratiation of systemic oppression in our United States systems here and in our laws that have set black people back decades, right? You don't want to learn about that. Right? Pete Hegseth is the same person that on February 1st, 2025, directed the Defense Department to eliminate all cultural awareness months, including Black History months, specifically discontinuing the use of official resources to commemorate them. He wanted to take a passive approach to Juneteenth. A couple months ago in June, the internal Pentagon communications showed that he instructed his staff to adopt a passive approach to Juneteenth messaging, minimizing the holiday's recognition. He wants to purge DEI content from the Pentagon, which could also include things of the history that black people in the armed forces, the struggles that they went through while trying to serve this country. He wants to completely erase gender erased focused books, right? He wants in April, students from the Pentagon-run schools filed a lawsuit alleging that Hegseth's ban on books dealing with race and gender, including those by Maya Angelou and others, violated their First Amendment. So he wants to talk about learning history from the eyes of whitewashed Confederacy, but he does not want to let people learn about the struggles that black people in this country faced. Right? He wants to restore these Confederate monuments and these sculptures and these paintings and things like that, knowing damn well that this country went through a civil war because of the enslavement of black people. Let me talk a little bit about this monument for you guys here. So in this article from the Daily Beast, the monument in question is Moses Ezekiel's Confederate Memorial. It features an inscription in Latin that describes the Civil War as a lost cause that was honorable for its noble principles and resistance to tyranny. Okay. Just so we're clear, this country went through a civil war because of the enslavement of black people. This is a monument here. The sculpture also depicts black people as supporting the Confederate soldiers, implying that they wished to remain enslaved. This is the history. This is what they talk about when they say make America great again. This is what Pete Hegseth was talking about. The 32-foot tall monument offers a nostalgic, mythologized vision of the Confederacy, including highly sanitized depictions of slavery, according to an archived version of the National Cemetery website. It was erected in 1914 and taken down under former President Joe Biden in 2023. And so the article goes on from the Daily Beast to read, the move to restore the sculpture is part of a broader push by the Trump administration to restore references to the Confederacy across the government. The National Park Service announced earlier this week that it is bringing back a statue of Confederate Army General Albert Pike, who once wrote that the white race and that race alone shall govern this country. It is the only one that is fit to govern, and it is the only one that shall. And the administration has also restored the names of a number of army bases named for Confederate leaders. This is what they talk about when they say make America great again. And Pete Hegseth is willing to drag this country into another civil war over that.